is the Dubplate Special Master.
Live and direct.
Breakfast with CubCamTV.
Trickstar Radio.
Kicking off our live review then. We are live on Trickstar Radio. Drake, that one, Champagne Poetry. What a way to kick off the album. Typical Drake fashion. Nothing but bars. Very, very nice stripped back flows. Instrumental sounding. Typically floaty as ever. A good way to kick things off, I think.
Yeah, I feel like he gets it. You have to start well and end well with a rap album. I feel like they should usually be freeform. Like, don't worry about the hooks and all that too much. Just get your point across.
Yeah.
Start well and end well.
Show what's en route as well.
Yeah.
This is just to let you know this is what we're going to be up to.
You've got to set the tone. Yeah. Well, my favourite project from him in recent years was probably More Life, and that started, I believe, with Free Smoke, and that was very much that was in a different vein to this. That was a lot more energetic, whereas this is more reflective. Excuse me. But no, hit just as hard. How were you feeling?
Yeah, I enjoyed it, man. I think this is the sort of thing with a Drake tune like this. You can have this on in the background. You can sit and dissect every single word. It's just a solid introduction to an album, and I feel he's very good at almost going like, "This is what's on the menu.
Yeah,
here it comes. You can have as much of this as you want, and this is it for the next 21 songs." So
it's sort of it's a throwback to when he did you remember like the 5 a.m. and wherever,
of course.
8 a.m. in some airport. It's almost that where he's.
What else are you gonna do at 8 a.m. in an airport?
Don't know. He's yeah, exactly. I forgot what I was going to say. He sort of gets his point across, and he tells a story, and he swags on you, but at the same time, he gels it all together well.
I think the production on this is pretty solid as well. I mean, this is the thing with Drake. When you're getting a new Drake project, you know for a fact that the production level is going to be through the roof. Occasionally, he'll jump on things that are a little bit odd sometimes when he's not on album mode, but when he comes together, everything always sounds cohesive, bingo word, and everything does sound like a fully finished project every single time. Like, it doesn't sound like stuff's been thrown on there. I think an interesting point I've seen this morning is that all of his singles from the last couple of years, since the last project, none of them are on here.
No.
All entirely fresh.
Well, they've all had homes, I think. The only one I was wondering about was Life Is Good with Future, but that came out ages ago on a Future project. So, no, I think they've all either been Lucy's or they've had homes. But no, it's a great way to start a Drake album. He's got a few of the cool, funny lines. I think some of my favourite lines, under your girl's pictures or something like that. Like, he knows what he's doing with this Instagram caption game, and you got to like it. It's a good way to kick things off.
I think it's a wicked way to kick things off. And as we said before, there are 21 tracks on the full project. We're going to break down our favourites of them, basically, over the course of the hour, because I feel we would be here for hours on end if we were to do the full
without a doubt
3-hour live listen. And obviously we want to leave you some space to take things in for yourself. But yeah, the full album listing feature-wise looks crazy. Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, Travis Scott, Young Thug, Future, 21 Savage, Lil Baby, Giveon, Ty Dolla $ign, Lil Durk, Yebba, Project Pat, Masego, Thames, and Kid Cudi. I think we were talking about Masego being the sample on that.
So that song samples Navajo, which is a Masego song. Yeah. One which I'm sure you've heard if you're a regular Trickstar listener.
100%. He's almost done the Do You Mind treatment.
Yeah, it is. It is very similar, but again, he credits these people. So yeah, props to Aubrey.
There we go. Next up, then we're going to get into this one, Puppy's Home. Just gone 8 minutes past 10 on Trickstar Radio, and we are giving a live listen to our favourite tracks off of Drake's brand new project. Let's go.
Chronologically.
Sounds of Drake. Track number 2 off the project, kick-starting us off in style. Puppy's Home, again, very, very solid introduction, first 2 tunes to the album. Again, kind of touching on a few points that we've seen kind of mentioned after a while. Duke is pointing at me. What are you saying?
Before we go too far, I have to say my uncultured self did not recognise that the first one actually samples a Beatles tune as well called Michelle. And both Paul McCartney and John Lennon are credited as writers. So
interesting.
It's a little fun fact for you.
I mean, I think,
but that's before our time. So forgive me if I'm not I'm not abreast of all the Beatles bangers.
Discography. I think this is the thing with this project. It's come out a week after Donda's come out.
Yeah.
So people are naturally going to compare the two, both musically, feature-wise, just in general. People are going to go, they've come out together because they need to be against each other. That's just what people are going to do, really.
Yeah, exactly.
I think you have to take them both as their own projects. I don't think you can put them together. They're different. They're big, like colossal, essentially hip-hop rap albums, but
I just think the way that each artist approaches it is completely different as well. Like Kanye very much zones in and he'll lock in, and I get the impression that it's a very intense, short burst period where he'll get everything done and that will be that. Whereas this has been in the offing for a year, 18 months, or more, maybe more from Drake. So he's had a lot more time. I imagine it's a lot more refined, and he's the hit maker. So you expect everything to be sounding polished, everything to be sounding clean, and it is.
I think this is the interesting thing with Drake. Drake drops albums. A lot of the time there will be completely unheard. Occasionally he'll do one where you've heard a couple of tracks off there already, but for the most part his albums tend to be, the album is when you hear everything, and they're not bangers beforehand, but they become bangers because you listen to the album so much. He almost makes hits within an album, which is such a different way of doing it from so many people.
Well, you can have my bar that I wrote back in the day, head and shoulders above with every body of work. I feel like that applies very well to Mr. Aubrey.
That sounds like a Drake bar as well.
Yeah. Head and shoulders above with every body of work. Yeah.
Ghost writing.
Yeah. I told you, don't tell anyone, man.
But yeah, this one called Puppy's Home. Again, we'll just quickly jump into this one. I enjoyed it, again, addressing a few sort of things, almost in kind of like a kind of slapback kind of way, going like, yeah, obviously all this stuff has happened.
Yeah.
That's kind of what he's done.
Yeah, no, completely. Little cameo from Nicki Minaj as well. She just pops up. I was like, oh, is she gonna spit? No. She just comes to say hi. Okay, cool.
So he almost does them as like Christmas specials.
Yeah, but it's a flex though.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I know this person in real life. Like, I don't even need to get them on it. Oh, you're paying $1 million for a feature. Oh, that's cute. I'm just gonna get them in the studio and they're just gonna say stuff.
It's brilliant.
It's a flex. Everything with him is a flex. This is the most well thought out guy, like meticulously planned man ever. Like everything he does, his petty scale is on 1 million. Everything is just so meticulous with him. So anything you think, it's not an accident.
100%. Moving forward then, Girls Want Girls next. This one featuring a Lil Baby. Let's get into it.
Hey.
Girls Want Girls, this one. Forgot to turn my mic on, I was so excited.
Girls Want Girls, this one. Girls Want Girls,
this one.
Girls Want Girls, this one. Girls Want Girls, this one.
Like Bad Boy Chiller Crew.
Yeah, alright, yeah. Relax.
Next up, this one, so featuring Lil Baby, an interesting one. Drake back on his. I was saying off air, I don't even know if this is Sad Boy Drake.
This is a strange tune. Yeah. It's a very strange tune. I feel like it slaps, so.
Do you think it's him flexing to an extent, going, I can make a tune like this?
Everything is. Yeah, that's what I saw a tweet this morning, like Drake's testing his Teflon with this one. I feel like that is the case. He's like, what can I get away with? It's like, yeah, I'm going to call myself a lesbian. What are you going to do about it?
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, when you sit down and think about it, that he's just come out and...
He's just come out.
He's written that. He's written that.
He's wrote.
I'm twisted today, but he's written that down, and he's in, not to quote Soljitsu from...
I was going to say, who's is it Soljitsu?
He wrote that Redback. He didn't throw it away. He kept that.
Shout Soul, man. That's a legendary moment.
It's crazy. Like it's a crazy tune. And I think feature-wise, again, I think there's a level of flexing on the feature. Just go, yeah, Lil Baby. I'll get you on this topic. That's fine.
Yeah. 100%.
I mean, I get the point of the tune. Like I like girls, so do you. Like,
yeah, no, 100%. But it's just funny. You could go through the whole tune without actually. Well, I did. I think I listened to it this morning. I didn't even clock that bar, and it's in the chorus.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can. He does that. It's like medicine in the candy. Although this time it's not medicine.
There's a lot of smokiness. I feel to a lot of Drake tunes. You just forget that he said stuff. It's like, oh yeah, oh wow.
Yeah, he's always good for a wild line or two though, or just a funny line.
Yeah.
My favourite. I just ate some well done seared scallops that were to die for. It's my favourite Drake line.
That slightly offbeat as well.
Yeah. Well, bro, how can you not? It's like 16 syllables. He had to get in the exact cook of the seared scallops as well. They were well done. Joker, absolute
scallops.
Absolute joker.
It's a good t-shirt, that.
Yeah.
Right then, moving forward, we're going to get into this one. This one is Lovell. Interesting tune. Good feature on this as well.
Yeah, Hover. Young Hover.
Yeah.
Let's come with my man Aubrey. Yeah, I'm not going to do it.
And we're back inside the building. 25 minutes past 10. 25 minutes to 10 to 11.
I thought you were trying to do it on beat.
25 minutes to 10 to 11. 7. Yeah, let's get into this one then. Lovell, Drake, and Jay-Z. An interesting collab. It's a collab that's happened before. It's a collab that has got a lot of people talking online. Quite a big flex again, if this is the topic we're kind of going down. Obviously, having Jay-Z on the project, who also, I believe, did appear on Donda as well.
Yeah.
So he's on both. So he's had a good week.
Yeah.
He's had to do relatively little promotion work.
Down with your boy. You're coming home, turning stop all that red cat. That was my favourite line from that.
Nice.
It's about all the red cat. Red cat.
I see. Anyway. What are your thoughts on this one? This was one of your picks album-wise, so let's go.
Yeah. I like this one. I always like it when they link up. I feel like it's a well-trodden path, and they get the best out of each other. Similar with him and Future as well.
Yeah, there's a few that Drake does it with where they've linked up like 3 or 4 times and it's worked. He's done it with Rihanna as well. Weekend as well. Like there's almost like combos that work. It's almost like we'll put one of those 2 on there and it'll work, and they'll come up with something good.
100%. Just as an aside, I don't think Party Next Door's on this album, is he?
No, he isn't.
I haven't seen any Party Next Door in a while, man.
I feel Party Next Door comes and goes. Like he'll come and do like an EP, and then 2 years later he'll drop a single.
Yeah.
He's very sporadic.
Yeah, I feel like he's back in the background, probably doing a lot of writing as well. But no, a lot of time for this one. How about you?
I enjoyed it. It's not my favourite on there, I won't lie. I think there's obviously that sort of first 3.5 minutes, there's no percussive element whatsoever. It's literally rapping over pads, essentially, which is fine, and we know Drizzy can do it. I don't know, I'm just a little bit underwhelmed by Jay-Z, if I'm honest with you. I just didn't really get much from it. It was almost like a name. It didn't feel like a throwaway verse, but it definitely didn't feel like it was the most important thing he had to do that week.
Probably because it wasn't. Might not have even been top 5.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like you need to sit with some of his verses and actually take them in. But I feel like your life's a bit too chaotic to take in a Jay-Z
I don't
verse.
sit with anything.
Yeah.
Stood up now. I'm not. Anyway, we're going to move on because we've got so many to get through.
Let's do it.
We're going to keep it going. Next up, Drake alongside Travis Scott. This one a little bit more on the uppers, shall we say?
Yeah.
This one goes by the name Fair Trade.
Travis Scott was almost certainly on the uppers, yeah.
Pipe down this one. Pipe down back there.
Pipe down.
Pipe down. Keep it down.
Yeah, we Jesse.
That's culture fusing right there. The sounds of Drake, Pipe Down, just gone at 22 minutes to 11 here, Trickstar Radio. We're back inside the building and we are doing our live listen through Drake's Certified Lover Boy project, picking out the tracks that have immediately stood out to us and getting into them. I feel this is possibly the most classic sounding Drake tune on the project for me.
Yeah, definitely. I think this is the one that probably would transcend eras. Like you could stick this on like midway through Views, you could stick this on a couple of the others, maybe not as far back as Take Care, but yeah, this is definitely era defining Drake.
I think the interesting thing with this is obviously subject matter. He's kind of talking about like, what have I got to do to get you back on side, basically. And it's an interesting one with Drake because it's normally like almost the other way around to an extent. A lot of the time with Drake tunes, it's like how can I get you to be interested? Such a liar.
This is the extent of him showing his vulnerability, I think, on this one. No, I agree. It's very, very much all involved in the hook, and yeah, I feel like he's got the pattern for that. Yeah, he knows exactly what he's doing.
He's got the template. He's got the box. He's got everything that comes in the box. He's got the make your own sad boy tune kit. At this point.
Yeah, exactly.
Comes with the paprika in the box and everything, like the right amount of salt to put on whatever you're doing.
I feel like this one will be getting run up more than most off the album, to be honest.
Yeah, this I think. See, this one you can throw this on a feel good playlist or a sad time playlist. You can put this on both.
Yeah,
it's one of those ones that does seem to transcend emotions. So it's just an emotional tune. If you're in an emotional state, this will probably be something you want to listen to.
Yes, exactly that.
But there we go. I enjoyed this one again. A lot of collaborations on the project so far. We're going into probably one that I thought was gonna happen, but may have been the least likely maybe 6 months ago, which is Fountains with Thames, because I feel this one is definitely off the back of Essence and off the back of the explosion of how much Essence has grown back into stuff recently. Either this one's been in the bag for a while or it's a sneaky last minute addition, I feel. But I'm looking forward to this one.
I reckon it's been in the bag for a while. I reckon they've had it locked and loaded.
Well, there you go. Let's get into it. There There we go then. The sound of Drake alongside Thames. That one, Fountains, definitely a tune that is, for me, on topic, shall we say, which is Drake is very, very good at. He's very good at kind of seeing what's happening. This is the first project in a while. Well, not the first project in a while, but it's interesting. There's no UK features on this, which is quite an interesting one.
True, actually. Yeah, I didn't actually consider that. Well, the Beatles, technically sub with them on the first song, so Paul and John are both credited, so, you know, kind of
wrong there.
We still snuck on, even when he tried to suppress us.
But yeah, I think this...
After everything we've done for him.
I think... Do you think the his kind of collaboration with the UK has made him a bigger artist worldwide in regards to other places, not just the UK?
I would say so, without a doubt, because he was... the success that he's had both in the Caribbean and with some of the African artists, I don't think he would have had. Obviously, he's Drake, so he can be like, "I want to work with you." But
yeah, that UK sort of thing has bridged it a little bit.
It adds authenticity.
Yeah,
and I feel like, as I said to you earlier, everything he does is meticulously planned, and he's very far from a stupid guy. Like he understands that you need some level of authenticity behind you if you don't want to come across as a vulture or B, someone that just makes whack music.
Yeah, entirely.
So I feel like he's used it as credibility to a certain extent, but there's definitely a high level of reciprocity there. Like we've benefited too.
100%. But I think the interesting thing about this is obviously Thames being the feature on it. It kind of shows a lot about what's going on in world music. Like this, that's the place he's kind of, because there's times he's kind of collaborated with Wiz, he's collaborated with Davido, he's collaborated with Popcorn, like at different sorts of times, and it definitely says there's a lot going on in that sort of Afrobeat sound, which is influencing world music right now. We've said it a couple of times.
Yeah, absolutely. You can tell that it's something that he very much takes joy in, and he wants to be a part of. And this is a bit of a throwback to a couple of the ones that he made around that One Dance era, where he first, what was it, 2016?
Yeah. 2015, 16 is when he started rolling with it.
Yeah. And since then it's been somewhat sporadic, but still prevalent. And it's another good example of it, to be honest. Just touch on the percussion there, because I feel like he sits very well on this type of percussion.
Yeah, it's interesting. I feel his sort of prime zone is somewhere between that sort of typical bashment dancehall dum 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 dum, often a lot more sort of monotone than the more sort of Afrobeat sound, which tends to be a bit more swung. There's a lot more sort of shaker action going on. There's a lot more stuff going on in between with a lot of the Afrobeat stuff, and often a 4/4 drum beat behind. He sits like there's some middle ground there, which is like his
pocket,
Blem, basically. If you listen to Blem, that's where he sits perfectly.
Fair enough. Yeah, I can see that.
But there we go. We're going to get into another one next. This one featuring Lil Durk and is it Givian or Givian?
I would say Givian.
I've always said Givian.
Given.
Shay Given. He plays in golf for Newcastle.
Shay Given, yeah.
This one, it's IMY2. Is that what it's actually called?
Yep.
Okay.
Acronyms, bro.
Floating away with this one. I Miss You Too, I think we're going for, potentially.
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Let's name it that.
It's our show. We can do what we want, really. We're not actually listening to a Drake album. This is Dookie's new album.
Yeah.
This is all...
Yeah.
I don't know where I was going with that, but there we go. Drake featuring Lil Durk and Givian. I enjoyed this one. Again, very floaty, very much diving, I feel, almost into... again, for me, the most similar sounding project for this one is Scorpion to me. Like listening back over a lot of the sort of production, the sort of approaches more than anything else, a lot of the rapping styles, a lot of the instrumentation being used, the way the features are being utilised. To me, it reminds me a lot of Scorpion as an overall project.
Yeah, I can see that. This one, for me in particular, was a little bit vanilla, not too offensive. Like I can't find too much wrong with it, but just didn't have that oomph.
It didn't explode. There wasn't a crescendo.
Yeah, exactly.
There wasn't a drop.
It just sort of came and went. So not one of my faves, but still have to respect the artistry, man.
Yeah, entirely. I think the way it comes together it's fine. It's definitely not a standout. I feel the thing about this album is the feature level is so high. Like he has realistically got 5 or 10 of the most popular rap artists in the world on this project. So, like, you see Lil Durk and Give In on a tune, you're sort of like, oh, it must be a moderately big deal.
Yeah.
And it's just not even like a top 10, like, realistically, on the project. So it's kind of crazy. I think it almost highlights just how good the quality level is.
Well, that's it, and I think also it's a testament to the scope of the album and how many people it's going to reach, because I think there's going to be something for absolutely everyone on this project.
Yeah, 100%.
But still blends together. Like, it doesn't feel like he's made this tune for that audience, this tune for that audience. Like, it all blends together, but I feel like there is fun for all the family.
100%. Well, we've only got one more to get into. This is absolutely zoomed by today.
Yeah.
Fresh Friday's zoomed by. This is zoomed by. Feels like it's still 8 o'clock in the morning, but it's nearly 11, so we've got one more to play, and this one is the final track of the project. It goes by the name The Remorse. We're going to jump into this one and then sign off and let you crack on with your Fridays, people.
This is the best type of Drake.
You reckon?
Yeah, outro bag.
Let's go. Let's get it.
Let's get it.
And there we go. This one, the last one for today. It goes by the name of The Remorse. Drake, of course, showcasing just how good he is across the breadth of this album. We're not going to give you too much of a crazy breakdown to finalise things. We're going to let you go and listen to it yourselves. These have been our highlights, and as Dukey said earlier, us basically kind of giving you our 2 pence on what's going on.
Yes, that's it. He started well, he ended well, he had plenty going on in between. I feel like this did subvert my expectations somewhat. I thought it was going to be a few bangers with a bit of filler mixed in between, but I feel like top to tail it's just a very solid body of work with not too many like standouts.
Yeah, it's just a general sort of 4-5 the entire way through.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Yeah. I was a very good 7.5 out of 10 all the way through is what I'll give it.
There we go. Yeah, I'd probably be on a similar page, to be honest with you. Well, go and listen to the album yourselves. We're going to put a couple of the tracks on the playlist this week, but that is it from us. Hopefully you have enjoyed this live listen. It's something we might do again soon when the right album lands.
Yeah, you never know. You never know. Might crop up.
Dukey, you'll be back on Tuesday, I believe.
10 a.m. sharp.
Lovely stuff. I'll be back Monday morning. I'm going to be joined by 4 talking through their brand new project. That's it from us, though. It's time for an hour of the Trickstar playlist. Keep it locked and don't go anywhere. Oh, yes.
Have a good weekend.
This is Breakfast with Kxvu, bringing you their morning flavours on Trickstar Radio.
Trickstar Radio.